Hey everyone, today I'm excited to introduce to you the Huddle01 project and their upcoming media node sale. Now I know most of you are looking out there to secure some lower tier nodes like tier 1, so I'll show you in this video how you're going to grab a tier 1 node for just $300. Now additionally, if you use my discount code DEPIN, you would bring the price even further down. Now before diving deeper, let me share why Huddle01 caught my attention. I first heard about this project about a year ago on the Hotspotty podcast, and it's clear that they are just not jumping onto the current node hype. So the Huddle01 team has been building for almost 4 years now, with videos about the project dating back on YouTube from 2020. They already have a product that is in use, which is called the Meet app, a platform similar to Zoom but with a unique advantage of decentralization and security. Now the Meet app works both for Web3 and Web2 users, letting you to log in either with the traditional credentials or connect directly with your Web3 based wallet like MetaMask and Phantom. Now the flexibility is that this bridges the Web2 and Web3, making decentralized communication accessible to everyone. Another feature that I appreciate is the transparency of the Huddle01 team. They are fully docs with links to each founder's profile available on their homepage, showing the credibility and trustworthiness which is rare in the blockchain space. Now if you're interested in supporting the Huddle01's mission, the upcoming node sale would offer a great opportunity. Now by participating in their incentivized testnet, node operators would earn up to 5 HUDL a day per node for 6 months, which is going to be a fantastic way to support the network whilst earning some passive income. So what is driving all this innovation? Huddle01 is tackling major issues in the real-time communication network, basically making it faster, more reliable, and secure. Now imagine this: you are in an important online meeting, but the video keeps lagging. Now the audio cuts out and your data might as well not be private as you think. Now this is the reality of traditional real-time communication, what is also known as the RTC. Now centralized servers that power these communications can easily become overloaded, especially during the peak usage times, like large virtual events or like the surge that we saw during the Corona season. Now this often leads to frustration, lags, and cutouts. And then there is data security. Centralized RTC systems are prime targets for hackers. Now a single breach can expose vast amounts of sensitive information since all the data is stored in one place. Plus, companies controlling these servers often have access to your data, which typically raise concerns about how the data is used or how the data is shared. Now additionally, these networks that are currently available for real-time communication are quite expensive. Now it's not just expensive because the company likes to take money, but it's expensive because all the compute power that these networks are using are also quite expensive to rent or to use them. And this is how Huddle01 comes in. They are pioneering decentralized real-time communication, or what is also known as the DRTC, by creating the first decentralized physical infrastructure network for RTC. Now in other words, they are building a network that decentralizes how we communicate in real time, making it more secure, cost-effective, faster, and also accessible. Now don't forget that, like I mentioned initially, traditional RTC relies on centralized systems. Now this model usually comes with drawbacks such as high cost, monopoly, control, and privacy concerns. And here's where Huddle01's DRTC steps in. Instead of using centralized servers, it operates on a decentralized network of community-powered nodes, specifically the media nodes. Now this eliminates a single point of failure, enhancing security and also reducing costs. Now Huddle01 stands out in the current DePIN space as a fully transparent and docs team, founded during the ETH Global Hackathon in 2020. And this is how far and how long this project has been building. Now their mission is to democratize real-time communication by building a decentralized RTC network that prioritizes user control over corporate ownership. Now the project's credibility is evidenced by the visibility of the entire team, including the 2 founders and all their contributing members directly on their website. While there are several emerging projects in the DePIN space, Huddle01 currently occupies a truly unique position. Now as seen in this overview with the key DePIN projects out there, we see categories like GPU, including projects like ATA, GameNet, IONET. We also see storage solutions featuring Airweave, Filecoin. We also see compute solutions showcasing projects like Flax, Stratos, and stuff like that. But in the RTC domain, we currently see that Huddle01 is currently the only project focusing solely on decentralized real-time communication. Now, this creates a significant market advantage. Additionally, even if new projects coming into the space, Huddle01's years of dedicated experience and development would give it a strong competitive edge. So what I also liked about the project, like I mentioned before, is that Huddle01 already has products that are currently in use. They have their Meet app, which is similarly to Zoom, but with the benefits of decentralization, like offering stability, robustness, lower cost, and reduced latency. Now, with over 40,000 users, 160,000 minutes, and 5 million minutes logged, it's quite clear that the demand for this project is quite strong. Now, they also recently launched the second product, which is called the Firehouse, and this is an app that is integrated into Firecaster, which has already achieved impressive traction with over 1 million minutes in use, 900 plus users, and about $60,000 in revenue. Now, furthermore, Huddle01 also has this robust software development kit, which is also called the SDK, which is also going to be a vital revenue contributor, technically allowing developers to integrate decentralized real-time capabilities into their application. Now, as the real-time communication market is currently projected to grow from about 8.7 billion in 2023 to over 112 billion by 2022, I think Huddle01 is going to be quite at the forefront of this shift. Now, by removing the reliance on centralized servers, they are going to offer a more resilient, secure, and community-driven alternative that also reduces cost and enhances privacy. Now, the team recently secured 5.5 million in seed funding, backed by some of the most prominent names in the industry, investors like Sandeep, who is the founder of Polygon, alongside with major players like Hashkey Capital, Protocol Labs, showing the significant support and confidence that people have in this network. Now, on the partnership front, Huddle01 has also teamed with some of the leading industry giants like Sai, ATA, OP Games, and NodeOps. Now, let's talk about the Huddle01 media nodes and why they are essential to the Huddle01's infrastructure. Now, in Huddle01's ecosystem, the media nodes play a central role by supplying bandwidth and processing power needed to handle the video, audio, and data transmission securely and effectively. The media nodes are integrated throughout the entire Huddle01's infrastructure, from processing real-time media streams to validating and executing them with the help of the validation layer. Now, this upcoming node sale is going to offer an exciting opportunity for users who will be interested in participating in their network to also earn passive income whilst contributing to the future of decentralized communication. So there are going to be several phases of the node sale. In the first phase, which is taking place now, there are going to be about 20,500 nodes that are going to be sold in a tier-based system from tier 1 all the way to, I think, tier 10. Now, after purchasing the media node license, you would receive an NFT. I think this is going to be on the Arbitrum network, which would enable you to be able to operate the node. Now, what is also important for you to note is that, as we've seen with many of these different projects, the NFT that is going to be appended to your wallet will be non-transferable for the first 12 months. Additionally, the good thing here is that you don't have to wait for a very long time to deploy the nodes. You would be able to deploy the nodes 2 weeks after the sale, so you can deploy your node immediately and participate in the incentivized testnet, which is going to earn you 5 HUDL tokens a day if you maintain high uptime and bandwidth. Now, from the tokenomics perspective, Huddle01 is going to allocate 21% of their token supply exclusively to the media node operators. Now, with a token supply of 200 million, 21% of this amount, which is 42 million, is going to be dedicated exclusively for users who are going to participate in this 6 months incentivized testnet. So when you purchase the node, within 2 weeks, you're going to have the NFT appended to your wallet, and then you can deploy these nodes so they can start earning rewards immediately. Now, what is also important that I also liked is that from the rewards that are going to be accrued within the 6 months testnet period, 20% of those rewards are going to be unlocked at TGE. So that means that whatever rewards that you're going to accrue within the first 6 months of this incentivized testnet, you would be able to sell or do whatever you want to do with 20% of those rewards immediately at the TGE event. Now, each media node can support up to 40 NFT delegates. of course depending on your hardware specifications. Now this would allow operators to be able to amplify their earnings, as we've seen in other projects where people can delegate their nodes to you for a bit of commission. Now so that means that if you are unable to operate a node, you can delegate your node to another operator for a small commission, which would make it a good option for users who don't want to go through the technical hurdle. So to run the node, the hardware requirements are the following. The minimum specifications are 4 CPU cores, 4 GB of RAM, 250 megabytes of internet speed. This is what I found to be really high, so please pay attention to the internet speed requirements. So to reiterate, the minimum specifications are going to be 4 CPU cores, which are easy to get, 4 GB of RAM, but the 250 megabits of internet speed is what is quite high. So make sure that before you buy this node, you really are sure that you can supply this internet speed. Now if you meet the minimum requirements, you can run up to 10 delegations on your node. Now if you want to increase your delegations to the maximum 40 that each node can run, then you need to get a bit of a higher specification in terms of hardware. So for the high end with 40 delegations, you're going to need 8 CPU cores, 8 GB of RAM, and 1 gigabit of internet speed. Now Huddle01 has also partnered with NodeOps to take care of the node operation for you if you don't want to manage all the technical stuffs. But if you want to run the node yourself, you should be able to run these media nodes on your PC, a VPS, or even a Raspberry Pi. And as usual, I'm going to provide tutorials to you guys on how you're going to run these nodes. Now what is important for those who want to run their nodes is that there is going to be a network configuration that is going to be required. So if you are running this at home, you're going to have to open some ports on your router. So make sure that if you run this at home, your ISP supports this function for you to be able to open your ports. But typically if you want to run with a NAS provider, then you don't have to take care of this. Everything is going to be taken care of for you. If you're going to run on a VPS server, then typically in most cases most of the ports are open, so this is not going to be a technical hurdle. This is only going to be quite unique for those who want to run these nodes at home. So please take note of this when you are looking into the options as to how you can run these nodes. Now some additional information for you. All participants will be required to complete a KYC procedure before claiming and operating their nodes. Now this is typically what we've seen in this space due to the regulatory compliance. Also, they have a full list of eligibility criteria on the homepage, which I would highly recommend to have a look at before you purchase the nodes. Now mark your calendars. Users will be able to purchase the Huddle01 media node sale on the NodeOps notepad this Friday, 8th of November at 12 PM UTC. Now we're going to have a number of tier 1, 2, and 3 nodes available starting at just $300. Plus if you use my discount code DEPEN, you will get an additional discount, making it even more affordable to get involved. The best part here is that the sale is going to be open to the public. There's not going to be any whitelisting required. It's going to be a first come first serve basis. So if you are aiming to get into the lower tiers, I recommend placing your order early to secure your spots. Now with respect to the payments, you can pay with all the major blockchains including Solana, Polygon, Arbitrum, Ethereum, and all the major blockchains that are going to be out there. And folks, that's it about everything you need to know about Huddle01 in the upcoming media node sale. As always, remember to do your own research and understand the risk before jumping into any of these projects. And with that, I say thanks for watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye.